Here we are. We're taking a break from the Nintendo 64 this time. Going with a Dreamcast night. I had my Dreamcast back in my cold back room. And it goes to show you that the Dreamcast is a much more powerful system than the Xbox 360, because I had my Xbox 360, my Star Wars version, back in the back room, and it crapped out on me. I tried to boot it up a couple months ago, and it does this thing. I looked it up. It thinks it's overheating, but it's not. I have to send it in somewhere to get it fixed. This game is Soldier of Fortune, known as being the goriest game of all time. It has like a system where you can shoot off people's arms and legs and stuff. Dead Island 2 has a system similar to it now, but you're killing zombies in that. In this, you're killing people. But at least for its time, it didn't get more gory than this. It's just completely over the top. Kind of a loud loading sound on my Dreamcast, a long loading time on my Dreamcast, but I had this game on PS2. The graphics look the same, but it's just takes a lot longer to load in the Dreamcast. So tonight I was browsing through Instagram, and you know how it like suggests friends for you? It suggested this girl to me who's friends with my sister and a lot of people I know. So I clicked on her profile.
This isn't a military
and she's
operation.
really, really, really punk. Like, really punk. Really into horror. Pretty much into all the kind of stuff I like. But she wears it. She dresses punk. She's got the whole punk thing going on.
Doesn't sound like
I was like, how did a person like this like slip past me? She knows all the people I know.
Saber, the plans failed.
And then I figured out who it was. It was my old friend's old roommate. And when I knew her, her favorite band was Nirvana.
Good luck, Hawk.
But my friend, her roommate, was hanging out at my house quite a bit at that time, helping me clean out all the hoarding. And I had hoarded all of these shirts from back when I was really punk, like 2005, 2006. I was really going for the punk thing, and everybody wore small-sized shirts back then. And so I had like Gauze, Anti-Cymax, Mob 47, Discharge, Amoebics. Just being as punk as I could be, wearing tight pants. Just really going for the punk thing. But I got over that phase of my life. I mean, I still like all those bands, but I really wasn't reflecting on the outside who I am on the inside. And who I am on the inside, even though I am really punk, I'm a nerd. So I look like a nerd. I'm wearing my t-shirt I'm wearing right now is a Slush Puppy logo, like for the Slurpees. And I'm wearing sweatpants. Also, I'm fat. If I wasn't fat, maybe I'd wear my leather jacket. I got to get it cleaned. It smells really bad. I wore it when I was skinny for a year, or 9 months, more like. I was skinny for 2 years ago. But yeah, I always said that I'd give those T-shirts. If I ever had a girlfriend that was punk, I'd give all those T-shirts to her. And she'd have all these small shirts for these really punk bands. But the girl's roommate ended up taking them as like payment for my for helping me get rid of all the hoarding. And I know he gave a lot of those shirts to her. So I'm wondering, did I somehow make this girl punk, like, through proxy, with all these punk shirts that I used to have that she ended up with? I don't know. It's weird. It was weird. It was really weird experience to see how punk this girl had become. But she did move to Portland, so I can't take all the credit. So I think if you live in Portland, you have to be punk, or you won't fit in. But she was kind of like an artistic type when I knew her. I didn't really know her. She was younger than me. I didn't talk to her or anything. But I was like thinking in my head, how did I not know someone who was this punk? But I know her. I probably haven't seen her in over 10 years. She's my friend's roommate. Well, who's not my friend anymore because he gave me an ultimatum. First, he said, if you don't stop prank calling this guy Hans, we can't be friends anymore. So I stopped prank calling Hans. And then he comes back later at me. If you don't take every video of me down from your YouTube that has me in it, we can't be friends anymore. And that, you know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And I just said, well, fuck you. I'm not taking these videos down. I'm gonna put your name all over them and everything. I took down the one he most dislikes the most. I took down. It was him reading the pamphlet or the packaging of Backwoods blunts, like Backwoods cigars, blah 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 blah, because he thought he was doing like a black scent, and he'd come off as racist. I mean, I played it to a lot of people I know, like my aunt in Mississippi and stuff, and she agreed that he sounds more like an old timey like country guy, which would fit with Backwoods cigars. But that was the end of our friendship. But he had my Dead Moon shirt, my Slayer South of Heaven shirt. I had all these great small sized shirts. Now I wear 2XL. And even when I was skinny for a few months, I was still wearing the 2XL. I like the baggy look. Like I've the 90s aesthetic, you know. I really don't have a sense of style anymore. I'm a total slob. I had another girl that I knew that was really, really punk. I mean, even before she met me, she's dead now, heroin overdose. But she was in Richmond, Virginia, and came across one of my records for sale, and she was just shocked that I'd put my own record out and stuff. And what do I know? She starts putting out her own records. She builds a name for herself in the world of punk, and I was proud of that. Maybe I helped inspire that. If I can inspire anyone to be more punk, I'm all about that. But as Joseph Campbell once said, wear the inner garment of the mystic and have them walk among you. If people saw me on the street, they'd probably just think I was a homeless guy. And I don't mean like a crust punk. I just mean I'm just a straight up bum. Just dressed real sloppily. No hairstyle. Just haven't gotten a haircut in over a year because I'm too poor. I'm just a piece of shit. That's what I look like. But I like seeing people express themselves, especially if it's in that punk aesthetic. So, you know, I wrote my sister back. I said, "Oh, I know who that is," because I asked her who it was, and I said, "Oh, she's just more punk than me now. I don't recognize her." But she has to be in her early 30s now. So to be in your early 30s and look that punk, most people don't do that. When I was in my early 30s, especially like 30, 31, late 20s, early 30s, I I went through like a 30-year-old crisis, and I was kind of just dressing like a douchebag. I wore tracksuits and a silver chain, worked out, went to the gym all the time, just Adidas and Nike, not punk at all. But, I wear my XXL Misfit shirt and my XXL Black Flag shirt. And everything's XXL, but I mean, you wouldn't see me if you saw me walking down the street. You just say, "Give that guy some spare change." You wouldn't say, "Oh, that guy's a rock star," you know. But punk is a community. Uh, and To be part of a community, you kind of have to leave your house. And that's just really not something I do anymore. I started going to shows
Everyone.
For a little while when I was skinny, and I had done wrong to a lot of people I knew in this town, in the punk scene and the scene, whatever, during times of mania. Very confrontational, trying to fight people all the time and argue, and just overall bad news. So I want to take my medicine now. But I was able to apologize to everyone. And finally, when I felt right with the world, a friend of mine comes and he fondles my penis in front of everybody in the middle of the bar. And he's kind of a bro type dude, so I mean, I can take it as innocent bro like behavior. Um, so, but to me, it triggered me, and I was like, "Fuck this! I don't want to hang out with people anymore if they're going to be grabbing my nuts." And he was one of the only people that I actually hung out with anymore. But I haven't seen him in probably a year. I haven't really left my house probably in, well, try to think. Yeah, I mean, that wasn't a year ago. That was in the summertime, so like 6 months ago. Um, my cat got diagnosed with cancer um, pretty much about 9 months ago exactly. Yeah, 9 months ago exactly. And I'm on a very strenuous, strict schedule of giving her medication. So maybe, I'll one day venture out into the world again. But she's only 15 years old and she's taking the treatment very well. So I'm hoping I have at least like 3 more years with her. So that's 3 more years of not leaving my house. And that means there'll be lots more YouTube video game playthrough footage for everyone to enjoy. But I've pretty much played every 64 game that I want to. Some of them more than once. So I figured I'd move on to the Dreamcast. And I think it's about time to switch to another game because I don't know where I'm going anymore. So, next game.
Easy taxi.
All right, here's the next game. I had to play this game because there's a channel on YouTube called Games Done Quick. And it's people playing video games as fast as they possibly can, getting through the levels as fast as they possibly can to break records. Real autistic types. You have to be very autistic to commit your life to something like that. But they had a band, like a house band, playing the songs probably. Yeah, 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 yeah. And they did that. They did this song. They probably didn't want to get a copyright strike so they could monetize the video. But the band, first of all, the guitar player wasn't playing the song right. And then the lead singer, I don't even know how the fuck he could get this wrong. But at the beginning where it goes, yeah, 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 he goes, yeah, 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 yeah. And I was like, what a shit show. How can you get that wrong? Listen to it. It's obviously yeah, 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 yeah. It was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. The nerdiest shit I've ever seen, but I mean, you can't blame them for being who they are. They're autistic people that play video games day in, day out, finding every little glitch, every little shortcut that they could possibly get to be world record champions. So it's a different breed, you know. But I just couldn't believe that he got it wrong. Instead of yeah, 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 he said yeah, 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 yeah. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm just looking at these graphics, and they look better to me than PlayStation 2. I have a PlayStation 2 hooked up to this TV. The graphics look kind of muddy and washed out on the PlayStation 2, but on this, it just looks vibrant, gorgeous, colorful graphics on the Dreamcast. I don't know what it is, if it's the graphics engine on Dreamcast is better, but the processor is slower, kind of like Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. But it is really long loading times on the Dreamcast, and it doesn't have a DVD player, and the controller sucks. Only has one analog stick. So that's why the Dreamcast failed. It has nothing to do with the graphics, because these are the best graphics around. But it's left its mark in history, you know. It's like a rock star that died too soon. It's a legend now, the Dreamcast. When I got mine, PlayStation 2 was already out, but it was impossible to get. It was like how PlayStation 5 was a few years ago. You just couldn't get your hands on one. Probably harder to get your hands on one than it was to get a PlayStation 5 in COVID. So I got a Dreamcast because they were made way cheaper because of the PlayStation 2, and they had them in volumes. And I had a lot of fun with my PlayStation, or with my Dreamcast, until I got my PlayStation 2. Because my dad bought my stepmom a DVD player and for their bedroom, and I said, well, we need a DVD player for the living room. That's not fair. And I said, this is a video game, but it has just it has a DVD player, and you can buy a remote for it, so you can have, it's like we have a DVD player and video games. So I suckered him into it, and ended up even putting the PlayStation 2 in my room. So next game. I don't have as many Dreamcast games as I thought I did. And I was like, where's my Mortal Kombat Gold? And I just went through another case of games, and I had a burned copy of Mortal Kombat Gold. So I must have lost my copy of Mortal Kombat Gold a real long time ago. My disc 1 of Shenmue is in my other Dreamcast. But I have disc 2 in the case. I'm wondering where Sonic Adventure is. I'm wondering where Sonic Adventure 2 is. But I have enough games to make an hour-long video. This game is known for its bouncing boobs.
Boobies.
Called Dead or Alive. I remember renting it from Hollywood Video back in the day, and being very impressed with the graphics. My favorite thing to do at Hollywood Video when I was a kid, for some reason, me and my friends thought it was fun. We thought it was punk. We thought it was a good way to get your jollies. We knew where the breaker box was for the Hollywood Video, and we shut off the power of Hollywood Video. We did that at least once a month. We could also turn off the power of CVS Pharmacy on Highway 60. We'd have fun doing that too. And we turned off the power of like a country western bar that was on Bloomingdale Avenue. It was just a fun thing to do. Turn off the power of places. That was what we did for fun. One time, my friend Corey, he turned off the power of Hollywood Video, and the cops came. They caught him, and he had a little weed pipe, a wooden weed pipe that he had gotten on a cruise. When the cops found it, his dad was a cop, so he probably just gave him his name, and they're like, "Oh, this is a fellow member of the Fraternal Brotherhood's son, so we'll go ahead and let him go." They just had him throw the pipe in the Hollywood Video dumpster, and he just went back and got it again. So we still kept turning the power off. This Dreamcast is super loud. I'm wondering if you'll be able to hear the sound of it through in the video. I hope not. It's supposed to block out like background type of noise. I think this is my ex-girlfriend's Dreamcast, and my Dreamcast is somewhere in storage. But this is her original Dreamcast from when it came out. I have my original Dreamcast from when it came out. I asked her through my close friend that she was dating at the time, do you want me to mail all your stuff that you left at the house? And they said, no, we don't want you to know where we live. I thought that was bullshit. Trying to say that I'm gonna come find them or something. Why do I give a shit? Why do I want to get involved in their life? I was just trying to do a nice thing. And said, no, we don't want you to know where we live. Joke's on them. She ended up having a kid with the guy, and she abandoned him and the child, who is like autistic or some kind of mental handicap, and he's raising the child as a single dad. So that's what happens. Try to pull some shit on me. I don't let people's false accusations bother me anymore. Yeah, people, I don't like people very much. They've really disappointed me in life. So I just stick with my family and my friends that I've had since I was a kid, because those are the only people you can really trust. I moved to Bloomington, and when I was 20, 21 years old, and I thought I was cool. I was on a record label. I had all this new group of friends. Very few of them I ended up staying friends with. This one girl, I had a big crush on her, and we were kind of dating a little bit. Once again, love triangle type thing. She was dating this guy from Chicago. One night, we take all these pills, and we're like laying on the couch cuddling and stuff. And she tries to kiss me and tries to start fooling around, but it just felt wrong. I didn't respond. She had a boyfriend, and we were intoxicated. Next thing I know, she wanders off. I don't know where she goes. She goes to this junkie's house, and she gets shot up with drugs. He shoots her up with drugs, and they end up having sex. And next thing I know, she tells her boyfriend that I was the one who did that. That I shot her up with heroin or OxyContin or some shit. I've never used an intravenous drug in my life. But for some reason, I guess it's her revenge or something. That's what she told her boyfriend. And she and the guy who shot her up with heroin, they ended up getting married and have kids now. They're still together to this day. So, that was another false accusation in my life. So by the time, I guess, almost 30 years old, and I try to return some stuff to my ex-girlfriend. I was going to mail it for her and everything. And she gets her current boyfriend, who used to be my friend, to say, "Oh, we don't want you to know where we live." I was just over it by then. It didn't bother me. And if someone were to falsely accuse me of something at this point in my life, too, I won't let it bother me. When I was in high school, I found a bomb threat and a note on the ground. And so I turned it into the front office, and they tried to say that I was the one who wrote it, and it was in like girl handwriting. So they arrested me in front of the whole school, or detained me, whatever you want to call it. Put me in a cop car, put me in handcuffs. And I missed like a week of school until finally they realized that it wasn't my handwriting. They did like a handwriting test or something. But the damage was done. I was, the whole school saw me, thought I was a bomb threater. And it's that kind of shit that just eventually in my life, one after another, trying to be a good person, trying to be a nice guy, I finally said I've had enough of people. People suck. Can't trust anyone. I'm just gonna stay away from people. Next game.
Okay.
Or I tried that Mortal Kombat Gold disc. Burned disc didn't work. Here's an old classic. Probably the best it can look too. The best version of it there is. Because the Xbox version only has the soundtrack to part 2 on it, even though it has part 1 in it. This is part 1, Tony Hawk. Classic game. And graphics have never looked better. That eyeball just looks incredible. Only problem probably being, I guess the control pad is not very good on the Dreamcast, and I do prefer playing Tony Hawk with the control with the D-pad as opposed to the joystick. It has all the full motion video, all the songs. It's a total package. So let's get this started. I wonder if I have a save file. My VMU just made a noise. See if I have a game to load. Oh wow, JYA. That was the name of the Wi-Fi that I pirated back in 2010 when I was living in these townhouses. So Jesus, that was 15 years ago. Good Lord, this time passed by quick. But this is a classic level, the warehouse. Remember when I first played Tony? Oh wow, that just looks absolutely incredible. Oh yeah, I even got the Rumble Pack is working on this. Even though my Dreamcast collection is somewhat sparse, I have several controllers and accessories, VMUs. So I mean, I have a respectable Dreamcast thing going on. I actually have a Dreamcast kiosk, which I should sell on eBay because I have no use for it. But yeah, I'm a cool Dreamcast person. And look at those reflections. Early ray tracing. Yeah, this doesn't control so bad. This is pretty impressive. Son of a bitch. Yeah, the Nintendo 64 version doesn't have the blood, so and it doesn't have full songs or full motion video. But I do prefer the Nintendo 64 version to the PlayStation version because it just plays faster. It's almost like it's underwater on the PlayStation version, but this plays nice and fast, nice crisp graphics. Color me impressed. Wow, it even has my name, RBH. See, take a note from that Xbox 360. Go to Burnside. Does Burnside still exist? I've been to Burnside. I dropped in on the bowl and busted my ass. I can't skate anymore because I'm on too many benzodiazepines. This is the bowl I dropped in on, and it was pitch black at night, and I couldn't see where I was going, but yeah, I've been to Burnside. I've been everywhere, man. Not since I got pets. If you're young and watching this, if you want to grow up real fast and I don't want to say lose your dreams because you get new dreams. You have. I feel like I'm talking about having kids or something, but having pets is having kids. They become your kids. I have a cat that's 18 years old, and he hasn't even gone off to college yet. I'm still taking care of his ass. It's like a neck beard. Costs more money to feed a cat than to feed a human too. Wow, I did shitty on that. Yeah, I could buy myself a microwave dinner for a couple bucks. Feed myself. Just buy some fruit and vegetables or something. But my cats, between them, like 6 to 8 cans a day. Those are almost $1 each, plus dry food, special dry food that you have to get from prescriptions. It's just we live in tough economic times. I'm telling you, it's just we used to have a proper country, but we don't anymore. It hadn't been good since 9/11, I don't think. That's when gasoline went up in price. And people act like the dollar menu was they missed that so bad, but the dollar menu is actually a scam to charge more. It used to be like 45 cents for a cheeseburger at McDonald's. You want to save money at McDonald's? Use the app because that's the only way you're going to be able to get kind of a deal. But I've been eating the free food review for the past. I ran out of money 1 week into the month. I was out of money already in it. I'm already in the hole, borrowing money from my mom, like $200 for next month. So, it's talk about the struggle. It's the struggle out there. I'm living the struggle, baby. The struggle life. I think we all are, though. All right, I got third place. Okay, I think it's time for Tony Hawk 2 because I really want to hear May 16th by Lagwagon. This copy of Tony Hawk 2 is from a video store. It has its inscription in the middle of the disc. May 16th, Lagwagon. I had two friends growing up in elementary school, Joe D and Joe H. Their birthday was May 16th. Joe D ended up playing for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. I was on the soccer team with him, the Terminators, in first grade. He was definitely the best player on the team. You just take the ball right to the goal. He was quite a phenom, but he didn't even play that long in the majors. He's a insurance salesman now. His dad was an insurance salesman for Geico. They lived in my favorite neighborhood in the world, Fox Run. Okay, I had to take a little break. My phone died, so I'm it's later in the night making this video, but I'm going to finish it. I noticed that the character that I have stats on is Steve Caballero, which is uncharacteristic of me. Actually met, or kind of, I sat next to Steve Caballero one time. But I've already gone through half the game with Steve Caballero, so I'll start off with Muska. That's who I usually am with. Yeah, I was at the skate park of Tampa amateur contest in 2001, I think it was, and I sat next to Steve Caballero on top of a big ramp, and then the owner of the skate park of Tampa did the loop of death thing, and he landed bad and almost died, and I just heard Steve Caballero go, "I'm gonna be sick," and then he went away. That was my story, Steve Caballero. I believe also Kareem Campbell handed me a wallet, some kind of free swag that day. Skate park of Tampa is a skateboarding institution. I'm very lucky to have grown up in Tampa with that. And the Bro Bowl as well, rest in peace. Even though I think they rebuilt it at a park, but it won't be the same. You don't have a chance of getting a gun pulled out at you at that. Definitely at the Bro Bowl, though. Oh yeah, I forgot the whole point of this. May 16th, flag wagon. I hope it shows up on the microphone, because the microphone was cutting out other songs. Here we go, baby. Oh, shit. Yeah, I love it. I love this song. Let me turn down the sound effects so I can hear the song better. God, this song just gives me the feels. What day is it? I guess it's Monday morning. It's really poignant when you listen to this song on Saturday. I thought of the idea to make a new A Day in My Life video. My next video plan is making a day in the life. My life sucks. It's my new plan for my next video idea. Just show how much my life sucks right now. Being a caretaker of my cats. Just get caretaker's fatigue. Not that I don't love my cats and I want them to be healthy as they can, but it's hard work for me. I'm not used to this kind of hard work. But till death do us part. I guess I'll save my career. Bowl movement. I loved puns back then. Named it Bowl movement. See if I opened up the school too yet. Need $1,000 to unlock. I got $850. Time to go back. I need the 6 score. I need to collect skate, barrel hunt, pilot wings. Hang time gaps. We want more lag wagon. There we go. I could just listen to Lagwagon the whole entire game. Just this one song. I just love this song so much. I've seen Lagwagon play live several times. The first time I was supposed to see him live, I was kept from it I did something wrong. I was disciplined. Said no lag wagon for you. It's harder to do those hang time gaps in the remake. This is better than the remake. Dreamcast are the best graphics you could possibly get. I don't care about remastered graphics. This just, from an artistic point of view, this just looks the best to me. Looks like a Sega arcade game from the same time. Just like the way it looked back then. I don't need realism, you know. This is good enough for me. School 2, probably my favorite level of Tony Hawk 2. Man, that Dreamcast is loud. It sounds so much worse than my HD TV sounds, or not my HD TV, my CRT TV. So what happened in between this and when I was recording earlier? I decided foolishly to take one last look at the girl I was talking about who's really punk's Instagram, and I accidentally clicked on her stories. So she would have saw that I was looking at her Instagram. So I had to deactivate my account for 24 hours so she can't see that I was looking at her Instagram. I don't want her thinking I'm creeping on her, some guy that was friends with her roommate 13 years ago. I have a reputation to uphold. But I'm just shocked at how punk she is, and I'm just wondering if I had any influence on that. Because back when I was a young punk, I would look at other kids' t-shirts and stuff to find out what bands were cool. I don't know. As someone become that punk, it's just. But she moved to Portland. That's just what people do in Portland. They just become really punk. Same thing with Philly, Asheville, North Carolina. New Orleans. Montreal, Vancouver, BC, Berlin. There's certain places where people are really punk. Paris, people are really punk there. Lyon. Right, next game. Right, I really wish I could have Sonic Adventure in this playthrough. I looked for it. I don't know what happened to it. Oh no, is it frozen? This Dreamcast is giving me trouble. I don't know if it's on the outs or what. I'm gonna go dig around in my storage and find my my other Dreamcast. But this game is a real winner. This game is impressive. It Son of a bitch. Is it loading or not loading? That is a question. Son of a bitch. Just gonna wait here. See if it loads. Alright, well, just trying to end on a high note. Probably the most technically impressive game on the Dreamcast, Soul Calibur. But guess I'm ending on this random mediocre game. Heavy Metal. I'm fresh out of Dreamcast games. I got Seaman, which I need the microphone for. NBA 2K1. I think that was all I had in there. I need to get on the better Dreamcast collection. What the hell? I'm on arcade. If I remember right, you like go around. This is like kind of like Kiss Psycho Circus. You like go around in a arena and fight against people. Slash versus Hound. That's not early 80s or late 90s, early 2000. I don't know what it is. The graphics look good though, but all the graphics on the Dreamcast look good. Shit. But I had him. Oh, you can do combat. Is that Megadeth playing? Sounds like Megadeth. It's heavy metal for you. Yeah, that's definitely Megadeth. Oh, this has blood. I like that it has blood. But I'd rather be playing Soul Calibur. She's laughing maniacally. Was that easy? Games I want for Dreamcast. Definitely Power Stone. Sword of the Berserk. Resident Evil Code Veronica. Both Sonic Adventures. I gotta find my Shenmue Disc 1. This game has good blood, but it needs some dismemberment.
They don't call me Slash for nothing.
Like Slash from Guns N' Roses, I guess.
Who wants to die first?
I gotta say, even though this game is mediocre, I am very impressed by the graphics. This sounds like Megadeth too. No, this isn't Megadeth. Excessive win. That's impressive. It kind of sounds like Judas Priest a little bit. Could be Judas Priest. I don't know.
Okay.
Cool guillotine. Oh, you bastard. Oh, I got it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Judas Priest. I just want to keep playing the game so I can find out who else is it, what other metal bands are in it.
Huh. They don't call me Slash for nothing.
Butt Shot. Phantom. Staying up all night.
Who wants to die first?
So this isn't a bad way to spend trying to stay up all night. I won't regret this evening, I don't think. Yeah, the Dreamcast was the first system I remember. I guess you could get a mod chip for the PlayStation and play CDRs on it. But Dreamcast, all you needed to do was like burn a CD that booted up the Dreamcast, and then you just burn the CD of the game. And I remember my friends could even like go on the internet browser and play Dreamcast games through the internet. It was a very highly pirated system. This kind of sounds like Metallica, but I know it's not Metallica. Speaking of burned CDs. Oh shit, it's getting harder. But I don't really care. Because oh shit. Should I give it one last shot? Yeah, I'll give it one last shot. It's because
Give me a break, please.
hear what other bands will play. One last try.
Who wants to die first?
Oh, it says the name of the song at the beginning. This is Corrosion of Conformity. I'll have to go back and see what the name is of the bands that we're playing. Oh, yeah, this is when it starts getting tough, I guess. Don't want to get in the melee with when he has a weapon. Evade and escape and evade.
Okay.
Got him. See, I'm getting better at this. I'm getting better at this stupid game. There's a game called The Grid that was like you could hook up a bunch of arcades together to each other. I think it might have been made by the people that made Mortal Kombat. It's a lot like this game. Got him. Sometimes you just gotta fight it out.
Huh. They don't call me Flash for nothing.
Oh, now it's 2 versus 1. That's not fair.
Who wants to die first?
Dust to Dust. Never heard of him. Oh. Yeah, I don't stand a chance. There I go. Oh, son of a bitch. Well, I mean, 2 versus 1. Oh, wait. It said I was a loser, but... Well, I didn't lose. I won. Why did it say loser? Maybe she's just calling me a loser. See, this is where the only having one analog stick kind of sucks because it's like the camera's going. The camera really sucks and it's going by itself. And oh, so I'm fucked. There I go. I'm dead. Well, that was fun. That was Dream Me a Little Dreamcast. I think that's what I'll call the title. In conclusion, I need more Dreamcast games. I didn't realize my my collection was so pathetic. But I got the Soldier of Fortune. I got the Dead or Alive. Got the Tony Hawk. I think I can build this collection up. I just need to stop being so completely impoverished. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great night. Bye bye.